Hello everyone, I am Akash. In this video, we will explore an ethical scenario in the world of mergers and acquisitions. We will discuss the complexities of decision making in senior management roles. We will study the scenario presented and explore the business perspective, understanding what led to this ethical situation and how it could have been avoided. In the given scenario, I am the senior manager at Utilco and I am tasked with overseeing the system software upgrade and process alignment for the upcoming merger with the Wipro. The urgency is heightened as Wipro requests these changes to be completed before the merger, which is scheduled for the next 6 months. Most branches comply, but a critical issue arises when you discover that one branch has diverted funds meant for the software upgrade to other initiatives. Upon contacting the branch, they claim that I verbally approved the delay several months ago, a conversation I don't recall. This situation raises ethical concerns about honesty, transparency, and potential harm to the merger process, and also employees and stakeholders. Let's begin by listing the relevant facts in this scenario. The first fact is Utilco is preparing for a merger with Bigco. The second fact is Bigco has requested all branches of the Utilco to upgrade the software system and align business processes before the merger. The third fact is one branch of Utilco has not implemented the new software and used the funds for other initiatives. And the last fact is the branch claims that I have approved the delay verbally, which I do not recall at all. Coming to the ethical issues in this scenario, there are several crucial ethical issues demand our attention in this scenario. The first and foremost is we encounter the principle of honesty, the disclosure that one branch diverted funds and justified it by claiming verbal approval raises questions about the integrity of the information being communicated within the organization. Additionally, truthfulness emerges as a central ethical concern. The discrepancy between the branch's assertion of verbal approval and my genuine lack of recollection introduces an element of uncertainty and the challenges the foundation of truthful communication within the company. Lack of transparency also emerges as a critical ethical issue. The failure to document and communicate decisions effectively has led to a situation where accountability is questioned. This lack of transparency could undermine the trust within the organization and with external stakeholders involved in the merger. Now let's consider the potential harm caused by this situation. Beyond the immediate impact of the software upgrade, the delay and fund diversion may have a broader implication for the merger. The trust between Utilco and Bigco could be compromised, potentially affecting stakeholders, employees, and shareholders. In summary, the ethical issues in this scenario revolve around honesty, truthfulness, potential harm, and the crucial need for transparency in decision making. Now, armed with a clear understanding of these issues, we can delve further into the complexities of this ethical dilemma. Let's talk about the affected parties in this scenario. Those who are mentioned in these scenarios are as follows. The first are Utilco employees. They are directly impacted by the software implementation as it may affect their daily workflows and potentially job security in the long run. The next party is the branch that didn't implement the software. They are directly involved as their actions have led to a delay in the software upgrade, raising questions about decision making and accountability. Next up is Bigco, a major stakeholder in the merger, as the success of the integration relies on the seamless alignment of business process, including software upgrades across all branches. Finally, me as the senior manager. My professional reputation and potentially my job are at stake, given my responsibilities for overseeing the software implementation. Now we are going to talk about the affected parties which are not mentioned in this scenario. The first are shareholders of the Idulco and Bigco. Their financial interests are tied to the success of the merger. Delays or interruptions in the software implementation could impact the perceived values of their investments. The success of the merger relies on a smooth integration process, including the software upgrade. Any delays or disruptions may affect the perceived value of the merger, subsequently impacting shareholders' investments. The next parties are consumers of Utilco. Service disruptions or inefficiencies resulting from the delayed software upgrade may affect the overall customer experience. This in turn can influence customer loyalty and satisfaction. Their experience with Utilco is closely linked to the efficiency of its operation. The delay in the software upgrade may result in service disruptions, potentially affecting customer satisfaction and loyalty. The next part is potential employees. Individuals who might be considered for employment during or after the merger could face uncertainties regarding job opportunities if downsizing occurs due to the budgetary constraints. The decision to divert funds and potentially downsize could influence job opportunities for new hires. This may create unfortunatities in the job market and the impact the overall talent pool available for the merger entity. Let's talk about the legal implications that may occur in this scenario. In this context, the legal implications refers to the potential consequences that may arise from the delay in the software implementation and the diversion of funds. The organization could face contractual breaches with Wipro if there were explicit agreements or deadlines. Misleading verbal approvals might lead to legal challenges. It's essential to discuss how Utilco can navigate these legal challenges, potentially by consulting legal experts, reviewing contractual agreements, and taking appropriate corrective actions to ensure compliance. Understanding the legal landscape helps in minimizing legal risks, safeguarding the organization's reputation, and maintaining a transparent relationship with Wipro. Let's talk about my proposed actions. I would choose a combination of options A and C. Let's take it as a step by step way. First, I would take responsibility for the oversight by acknowledging the oversight in the decision making process that led to the delay in the software implementation. Next, I would like to communicate the situation to the BigCo by openly and transparently communicating the situation to the BigCo, explaining the circumstances surrounding the delay and the corrective actions being taken. Finally, I would like to put some efforts to implement the software at the delayed branch by devoting resources and efforts to expedite the software implementation and also ensure the alignments with the big course requirement. Now I am going to talk about the justification for my proposed actions. I am going to justify my proposed actions by the following. The first is maintaining honesty and transparency. Taking responsibility for the oversight demonstrates a commitment to honesty and transparency. It established trust with BICO by acknowledging mistakes and actively working towards the resolution. As a senior manager, there is a professional responsibility to ensure that decisions align with the best interests of the organization. Taking ownership of the situation reflects accountability and leadership. This reflects my professional responsibility. Next, by actively addressing the issue and expediting the software implementation at the branch, the potential harm to employees, such as job insecurity due to layoffs, is minimized. This approach demonstrates a commitment to employee well being. Let's move forward to the factors informing my decisions. The first factor would be professional responsibility. The role of a senior manager entails overseeing critical decisions and acknowledging oversights aligns with the professional responsibility of ensuring the success of the organization.
The next factor would be value on honesty and transparency. Personally valuing honesty and transparency informs the decision to communicate openly with Wipro. It establishes a foundation for trust and integrity in business relationships. The next factor would be concern for employee welfare. Prioritizing the welfare of employees informs the decision to expedite the software implementation. This approach aims to mitigate the potential job insecurity and uphold a sense of responsibility towards the workforce. In conclusion, the proposed actions aim to strike a balance between taking accountability, communicating openly, and actively working towards a solution that minimizes harm to the employees and also upholds the values of honesty and transparency. This approach reflects a consideration of professional responsibilities and a genuine concern for the well being of both the organization and its employees. Finally, we are going to talk about the communication plan, which can avoid these kind of scenarios in the future. In formulating a communication plan for Utilco employees amidst the software implementation delay, it is crucial to prioritize transparency and honesty. The organization should openly acknowledge the situation, detailing the reasons behind the delay and outlining concrete steps being taken to rectify the issue. This clear and concise messaging will eradicate potential concerns, providing reassurance to employees about their roles and job security. Timely updates throughout the resolution process, coupled with the establishment of support channels for employee queries, will contribute to a sense of involvement and trust. To maintain morale, Utilcos should recognize employee contributions, engage in team building activities, ensure visible leadership, and invest in training opportunities, fostering a supportive and united work environment. Such a comprehensive communication strategy not only manages concerns effectively but also reinforces organizational resilience and employee confidence during challenging times. Thank you.